Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I finally have the time now to do more videos and continually videos. Um, I finally have the time to do deck reviews on my channel. This was one of the first ideas and one of the first things I wanted to do actually. But I hadn't really the time to do that too, to the other videos, readings that I do on my channel, mostly in German, because I live in Germany. I speak German, um, but there are so many English decks out there and such a few and only a few German decks that I really like that I thought I'd do the deck reviews in English. Besides, I love the English speaking Oracle Tarot spiritual community out there. I have a lot of people that I watch videos regularly, and so I thought I will do these in English. A little disclaimer here, my deck reviews won't be very short, just a look at the card flip throughs. So if you don't like to hear me talk, or if you don't want to hear my opinion and just want to quickly look at the cards, I will do quick flip throughs where I just show the cards. So you can go through my channel and search for that video if you don't want to hear my uh, or if you don't have the time to watch a longer video. So I thought I'd start with this deck because I showed this deck already back in January with the 31 Days of Tarot challenge, and Amber in Wonderland, who is a YouTuber on here as well, um, really liked it and commented it that she wants to get a deeper look at it and she wants to hunt it. So I commented back that I will do deck review on it or flip through on it, but then I hadn't really time for it. So it's long that we had that conversation, but maybe she's watching, she sees this and she's watching. So greetings go out to you. Um, That's why I decided to start with this one. This is one of few of my decks that are really German speaking, that are German decks, and it's the Eulenglückseligkeiten cards. So Owl Happiness cards would be a fitting translation. It is by Martina Trimpin. And it's published in the Schirner Publishing. Um, I think that this deck doesn't exist in English, but I show it besides that. If you like this deck and you can't speak German, and this doesn't exist in English, you can watch this. I have translated the phrases on the cards in English, and I will say the English phrase for each of the cards while I show them. So if you really like this deck and like the artwork and the messages that come through, maybe that's a thing for you to watch this video and note the English phrases for the card, so you can use it even if you don't speak German, because there is no really guidebook in here. There's just that folded thing. So you don't have to speak German to understand this deck. This is a really easy deck. There are phrases on the cards, and you don't need much more to that. With the pictures and the paintings on the cards, it is really easy to understand then. So starting with the packaging. So it comes in this box. It's a sturdy box. but it's not as sturdy as some are. So it's sturdy enough, definitely. It's not just a flip card box, it's a thick box, but there are thicker and sturdier ones. It has a glossy finish to it. It has the author of the deck, the title. 44 cards are in this deck with a little folded thing in here. It has the publisher down there. It opens up at the side like this. And as you can see, the top is connected with the bottom. And then it has a few examples of the cards and a little text down there. So there's nothing you can say about the box. I love the side opening that the top is connected to the bottom. It is really easy to open. It is sturdy enough. Well, for me, it is a little too much on the box everywhere, so it could be a little less text, maybe, and it could be there are even sturdier boxes out there, so that's a thing. So guidebook wise, there is an artist card in there because the name of the artist isn't on the box. There's just the name of the author, but there is an extra artist card in there who says, which says who illustrated the cards, and it is Clarissa Hagenmeyer with the internet address if you want to take a look at her artwork. I love the artwork in this. There's only owls, of course, but it's very colorful. It is a little bit of whimsical. It is funny. It makes you happy when you look at it, really. So guidebook wise, there isn't a really guidebook in here. There's just this flip folded paper thing in black and white, but there's a reason for that because there's sentences and affirmations on the cards. So I don't think that you really need a huge guidebook with a lot of info text and interpretations for each of the cards, because that's not a thing with this. I think that the phrases on here already tell you enough. So I'm absolutely fine with it not being not being a guidebook in here, but just that little folded paper. So it talks about the happiness theme of this deck. There is a little sentence here: I love what I do and I do what I love. Then it talks about what the author thinks and believes in this world and in the universe. So it talks about the way of the heart, that humans are powerful beings that can manifest things if you believe in it. That you are a powerful being and that your uniqueness is perfectly fine. Yeah. And that it's and that she believes in the good energies around the world and in the universe. Then there's a little message from the author to the user of this deck, to the buyer of this deck. It talks about self-belief and self-love. So, and just living the day and focus on things that make you happy and do the things that make you happy, because really we don't put our energy in the things that make us happy. We often focus on the things that don't make us happy and get frustrated and angry. So there's also a little sentence in here: live every day in the best version of yourself. Then there is a little quick thing about how to use the cards, so how to shuffle, how to focus on a question. to close your eyes, shuffle the deck, and pull a card. Then a little thank you and a little bit of information about the artist, which is already on the artist card. A little the website of the author of the deck, and a little bit of information about the author Martina Trimpin. So that is all that you get as a guidebook. So we have that as well, and now we come to the cards. So quality wise, you can see it has a glossy finish on it. It is, there you can see the thickness very well. It is bendable, it is flexible, it is quality wise enough that it really can hold some shufflings. But it also is flexible enough that you can, I think you can really riffle shuffle it as well. As I said, there's a glossy finish on it, not my favorite. I love matte cardstocks. I'm a fan of matte cardstocks, not really glossy cardstocks, but it is okay. It is very colorful, as you will see. When I turn the deck around, you can see all the colors used in here. So there's no pastels or black and white or muted colors. This is a very bright, colorful card deck. Of course, there are all owls on every card, no humans. And they are also very not realistic but colorful and funny. So this is the back of the cards. It is not reversible, but it is more an affirmation phrase deck, so I don't think you need to reverse it. And it shows really the vibe of the deck, because you have this whimsical, funny, colorful owl in here with the heart on it, and the color, the different colors. So I think it is a good backing. As I already said, there are 44 cards in this deck, and now we're gonna take a look at the cards, and I will tell you the translated sentence for each and every card. Let me just look if I can flip this a little bit so you can see the cards better. So the first one you can already see very colorful and hearts on there, and it says beautiful that you exist. Gorgeous. Then I love this one because it is absolutely crazy, and it always makes me smile when I look at this owl. This her rolling down the hill, the mountain, it is just awesome. And it says it can't be bad to be a little bit crazy at times, and I think that fits perfectly to this image. Then we have this owl here, and this says, no one dances like you, no one laughs like you, and no one feels like you. How could they? You're unique. Also a very good message, I think. Then the next one. This says, as long as you expect love, God, or wisdom from above, you won't find it, 'cause all that is already there. In this moment, within yourself. So the next one. You are unique, as well as all these owls are in this deck. They're all unique, they're all colorful. Then we have little help to remember. You're not what you think you are, but much more. With the little crown on top of the owl and a 4-leaf clover down there. Love that too. Then we have you are loved no matter if you want it or not. So you can't run away from emotions, and you can't run away from your self-worth, because there are always people that will show you how valuable you are and how much they love you, even if you're this black and white um, hiding thing. So the next one, you always heal yourself. Don't search for the answers outside of yourself. You will find them within you. And with the healing aspect, there is the green border down there. There's green within on the owl itself. So I love that too. Then we have the next one, so beautiful, like they hug. And it says, you don't have to understand me fully. Love me is already enough. I think if about you can really think about that sentence a really long time, because there is so much layers in this phrase. So it is really thinkable. So the next one, a little spider. Work as hard in the invisible world as in the visible. So oftentimes I think this card is really necessary, and I love the phrase, because oftentimes we're so focused on our outside world, to clean up there, to resolve problems out there, to work hard that we have success and everything like that. But cleaning our mindset, our thoughts, um, our aura, we don't really think about that a lot, and it is really necessary at times. So the next card, just for once, forget your plans and follow the things that make you happy. There's nothing more to do. Yeah. Then the next, are you sad, frustrated, depressed? When you show your true feelings, it's not bad. The opposite is true. You're so strong that you don't need a mask to hide behind. And I really think that that all looks sad, and it also fits very well, like this dark blue colors and the clouds, the raindrops. So I love that. Then the next one, wear your scars with proud. They made the person you are today. And we have this little heart sticker actually, with the all those pieces that hold her together, but that is what makes her appearance, what makes her personality actually. So the next one, from an apple tree seed grows an apple tree. Give that to the world what you want to receive back. So she puts the heart seeds out, and well, there grows heart trees. So give love to the world and you will receive love back. I think that is as well a very good thing. Well, it's not always that one-on-one, but I think you can you can well, my brain blanks right there. You can hire the potential when you give that out what you want back. Um, so you can hire the potential that you actually get that back what you wanted if you give positive energy out. So the next one, give yourself a beautiful gift today. Oftentimes we always think about other people, how we can make them happy, and we forget ourselves sometimes. So I think that is also a good card. So the next one, you want to be free, then face your biggest fear in your speed, step for step, and don't forget to take your light with you. I think that I love this card. I love how they actually phrased it, um, and how they actually work with the topic of fear. Because oftentimes, well, fear is unnecessary and is just in our minds, it's not real. And just choose love instead of fear. Well, it is easier said than done. Um, and so, yeah, it is necessary to face your fears. You can't run away from them or sit there and do nothing, because then you're blocking yourself from your potential. Um, and oftentimes, yeah, they're not real. And there's no reason for them to be there actually. But they're very powerful, and it's not so easy to just face them and work through them. So I love that they say, well, do it step for step in your speed. And don't forget, you have a light with you. You have your light with you. So I love that. Then the next one, all that exists is love, therefore your life is your special expression of love. Well, that is a little bit cheesy and a little bit over the top. Happy, nice, and love, and everything is fine for me, but I think you can work with it. Um, you can work with it in the topic of self-love. Don't forget that your life is your very special expression of love. Well, it's okay to, you can work around. Then we have just let it be for a moment. It's also a very good reminder, because oftentimes we are not very patient and we want to have it work out right now, or we want to success right now. And well, sometimes we just have to let it be for a moment. Well, because there's nothing we can do. We already did everything we can, and now it needs time to grow, to manifest. Or sometimes, if we want to solve a problem, we can really think about and think about and think about, and that turns into a circle, a cycle, really, where we can't get out. Um, and all that does is make ourselves crazy, but it won't solve the problem. So everything we need to do is maybe take a step back, take a deep breath, and then you can see from another perspective. And oftentimes that is when you can really find the solution. So then we have your viewpoint makes the important difference. Well, that's also a very good card, because, as I said before with another card, we are often focused on the bad things, focused on our problems, focused on the things that we haven't done, or that we don't possess in our life, focused on the bad things in our past where we failed, focused on our fears. But, well, because we are just focused on that, we can't sometimes see the beautiful things, the things that we already have, the things that we already possess, the things that we already succeeded in, the things that we already have done, the people that are around us in our lives, all the abilities that we have. So I think that is a very good card too. Then we have you have a problem. What would happen if you turn it around? Maybe a really stupid becomes a really amazing. Who knows? And we have the owl standing on her head instead of her feet. So yeah, it's a little bit of that viewpoint um, thing as well. And it's also like, well, things aren't that difficult or challenging or bad as we often make them. So in Germany we say aus einer Mücke einen Elefanten machen. Make from a fly an elephant, so to say. So we often have a little problem, and in our mind it becomes this huge, unhandleable thing that we can't solve. But in reality, it's just a little thing, and sometimes you have to remember that. Then we have practice for everyday life. So this has a practice you can do for everyday life. Say no to everything you normally say yes today. And that is also very good practice because when you really focus on how many times you say yes to something that you actually don't want to, because we already think if I say no, well, then that's not so good because that is unfriendly, and maybe they're thinking, what an egoistic person and don't like me or something. But oftentimes a no gets accepted as well. And it's not always a bad thing. Well, you can be helpful and help other people and be there for them, of course, but you don't have to always, because sometimes we need a moment for ourselves as well. So say no a little bit more often. Then we have be the hero in your own life with the superhero owl here. Then we have it's time to take the place you deserve, don't you think? Also a good phrase and thing to remind you of. Then we have just be yourself, everyone else already exists. So be authentic. If you can't solve a problem, write it on the list of the universe. It works as long as you're ready to give up control. So letting go of control sometimes and don't clinch on things is also a good thing. Well, not all problems just solve themselves by nothing. Some really need our attention and our action to take action and do things, but sometimes it's also good to give up control and let it go. Then we have, are you ready to be surprised by your life? And she has this little present down there, this little gift, and she doesn't know what is inside. Then we have, are you ready to receive what your life wants to give to you? So we have that owl that looks above, and there are all those little stars raining down on her. Then we have Namaste, the crazy me greets the crazy you. Well, this owl looks crazy, don't you think? Then we have a little bit of fool energy in here as well. Isn't it time for a leap of faith? To have the courage to do something new, to go a new way. Then we have, without your colors, talents, and abilities, life can't express itself fully. So you're worth it, and you have your own colors, your own talents, your own abilities, and that's fine. That's definitely perfect for your life. You don't need um, someone else's. Then we have, deep inside you're pure and innocent. Remember. So you have remember in the heart on the owl down there. And she looks like she's going inside herself, or maybe like she is a little bit high. Well, then we have, before you want to break through the wall, think really well about what you want on the other side. So you can see she tries to break the wall down to get in the room on the other side of the wall. But sometimes we decide too fast that we really want something. And when we get there, well, we we actually feel then that, well, maybe that wasn't actually what I really wanted, or, well, I don't need it as much as I thought, and maybe we did damage to someone else or to something that we actually don't want to. So in Germany, we have the saying mit dem Kopf durch die Wand, so with the head through the wall, and that's because she runs with the wall, with her head um, onto the wall, and that is already that saying, like, you want something too fast and really don't care or don't see what you damage with that action, yourself, other people, things in your life. So that's a good card too. Then we have this card here, and it says, when you found real joy in your life, you will know it. It spreads unstoppably and limitless. Because when you're happy and joyful, then someone else gets that energy, and it's a lot easier for them to be happy. And you can give the happiness and party and fun to other people too. It's like, when someone smiles, that smile transfers to another person, and that other person must smile too. That's the thing here. So then we have, what can you give today as well. Then we have, always lead to you sooner or later. Choose wisely. And we have on there the long way, the short way, the endless way, and a vicious circle. So choose wisely which way you go. You will find yourself at the end of every way. But, well, you have different choices, and it matters because, well, how long do you search for yourself? Then we have, let go of your masks and be who you truly are. Authenticity as well. I love the mask as symbol. You can do so much with it. Then we have just follow your heart, your mind won't get it. And she follows the way of her heart and is happy. Then we have if you want to manifest something, you don't need the power of your thoughts, but the strength of your feelings. Follow the way of happiness, the strength and the stability of your feelings. And she really seems very content and calm and happy at the same time. Then we have, are you truly living your colorful life or do you just paint it that way? Oftentimes we think that we do that, we do this, but we really just paint it that way and it's not really that way. Then we have the last few cards. Hold tight means losing, letting go means keeping. When you're really ready to feel it comes or it stays away, then it will come to you. So it's about letting go and holding tight. Time to dare something new. Well, an owl upright on a tree is definitely something new. Then we have what you do to make sense what you do needn't make sense every time. Sometimes it's enough if it's just fun. So just do something fun and something that makes you happy sometimes. I know we sometimes have to make the things because it makes sense for us and for our life plans, but we need to have a little time in there to just have fun. Then share your time with people who treat your soul as their own. Also good. Don't waste your energy on false friends or something. And the last one here, time to enjoy the little things. So as you can see, a very colorful deck, a deck that it makes you happy. It makes you happy when you look at all the colors, at all the funny little fantasy owls, at the illustrations. It has a really light and funny energy, but it also reminds us within those sentences, even if they are positive, 99% of them are positive, there are also little reminders in there that um, that remind us of the negative things as well, or that there are challenging times and negative things and energies in life too. And it's not just all rainbows and unicorns. So for a happy deck, it's really good because it acknowledges the challenging energies as well, even if it stays positive. Um, and that's a very good thing. And sometimes we just need a deck that makes us happy, that makes us laugh, that is a little bit lighter, um, but really says us what to do or give us a little point that we can start to. So for a happy deck, I really love this one. So now we come to our final point, giving our final ranking. So we have the Owl Happiness cards. Well, the package, it's sturdy, but there are sturdier things. And for me, it is a little too much on there. That's why there are 6 out of 10 points. The guidebook, well, this deck doesn't really need a guidebook. It's just a folded paper, but it is definitely enough for this deck, so 5 out of 10. If you really, well, it's not really fair for a deck like this to vote on the guidebook. So I have the overall points down there and the overall points without the points of the guidebook. And then the cards, quality wise, it has a glossy finish, but the quality is definitely okay to work with. Um, I love the illustrations. The illustrations fit perfectly with the phrase on the card. They harmonize with each other and speak with each other. Um, from the variety of topics, keywords, and key phrases on the cards, well, it focuses on the happy side of life and it is very positive oriented. But as I said, it also recognizes the challenging times as well. So 8 out of 10. And we have an overall point 19 out of 30 without a guidebook because I think it is not really fair to vote the guidebook within there. We have 14 out of 20. So a very workable card deck, and I love to work with it. I use it most often of the times when I use different cards like Lenormand Tarot, some Oracle cards for an headline of the or for deeper messages, and at the end of it to close the thing off and to summarize. I use this to get a little happy reminder and happy advice for this situation. It is really good for closing a reading. That's how I use this deck oftentimes. So I hope you like it. The link will be down below where you can find it. I think you can, I don't know if you can get it on Amazon.com, but definitely on Amazon.de. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.